Welcome to Godalming!
It's no secret, we love Guildford, but did you know some smaller towns nearby are just as covered in history?
Godalming has its own train station, and if you take the Portsmouth Express from London Waterloo, you can easily arrive here within 40 minutes. And from there, all the places we show you today are all within walking distance.
Let's explore! Godalming, or Godhelm's Field, was named after the Saxon chief who first colonised the area during the Middle Ages. Throughout the years, we've seen many different types of industries thrive, from woolen cloth to stockings, from paper to leather. These provided a large income and played an important part in shaping the town. Historically a commuter town, travellers and their horses would often spend a night here. One of its most famous inns, the King's Arms here, had its most notable guest, Tsar Peter the Great, the ruler of Russia. Peter was an experienced shipbuilder and spent a night here after viewing naval vessels down in Portsmouth. Just look at the things they ate for breakfast. They had half a sheep, quarter lamb, 10 pullets, 12 chickens, 1 dozen eggs, mulled wine, and brandy. That is one heck of a breakfast buffet you won't find today. And to top it off, they didn't even pay for the bill.
Godalming is situated by the River Wey, and this river plays an important part in the life of the town, connecting its residents with nature right at its doorstep. And a minute's walk away is Phillips Memorial Park, an ideal place to meet and enjoy the outdoors. We'll even find out who this park was named after a bit later. Let's check it out. Across the river, you can see the Llamas Lands, floodplains which help provide relief during times of flooding, which do still happen occasionally. In 2013, the flooding was so bad that families from more than 80 homes had to be evacuated due to the floods. But when it's not flooding, the Llamas Lands provide invaluable space for the community to enjoy the great outdoors. Every Sunday in the summer, there's a free live concert happening in the bandstand behind me, performed by all sorts of local bands. On concert days, you'll find a lot of families having a picnic in the grounds while enjoying the live music and dancing their afternoons away in the summer sun. So be sure to check out the website for an up-to-date program of the events that will be happening this weekend. There's a local legend that the last public hanging in the UK happened on those plains in 1818, a double execution for a murder. It was said that the crowd who attended the event was so large that the pool that exists there today was caused by the weight of the people who attended the event. Oh look, I see Ollie!
The murders happened here at number 70. However, there was partial truth to the last public hanging. It was the last public hanging in Godalming, not the UK, which was in 1964 in Liverpool. This striking building originates from the 17th century and has strong Dutch influences, which was the current trend at the time. If you look closely, you can actually see uses of the Bargate stone. This was a type of sandstone local to Godalming, quarried for centuries since the Roman times and highly sought after due to its strength. The 16 quarries were built in the area, providing lots of jobs and opportunities for the community. You'll find this kind of sandstone used all across Godalming, from bridges, roads and even in buildings. The most charming sights in Godalming has to be the old timber frame buildings scattered throughout the town. Dating back to at least the 16th century, these buildings are stunning examples of popular architecture. This design was well known for having an increased fire risk and was actually banned after the Great Fire of London 1667. Coaching inns thrived during the 18th century until the introduction of the railway in Godalming, which eventually saw inns such as this one being replaced by shops or closed down altogether. symbol of the town, this striking pink building, also known as the Pepper Pot, takes its name from the Georgian pepper pot, but also from its distinctive roof structure. Built in 1814, this building has been a market house, a place where prisoners were locked up, a town hall, and even at one time, a public bathroom. Before Godalming had a functioning water supply system to each house, this old water pump was the supplier to the town. In September 1881, electricity generated from a nearby mill was used to replace gas to power street lighting for the first time. Although there's other countries in the world that use electricity to power street lighting, it was Godalming that used electricity for street lighting and to supply it to people's homes, to anybody that wanted to purchase it. Across the road is a street lamp that resembles the ones that were used back in the day when electricity first hit the streets. You can see a plaque celebrating this achievement on the ground floor of the Pepper Pot. Right, it's time to meet Ricky.
When walking around Godalming, you may notice the name Jack Phillips popping up all over the town. Turns out he's a bit of a town hero.
Jack Phillips was the chief telegraphist on the Titanic, and he remained at his post sending distress messages up until its final minutes.
Even after the captain had given the instruction, every man for himself. We're at the Phillips Memorial Cloister, built to commemorate the bravery of Jack Phillips.
This was opened on exactly the second anniversary of the sinking and is the largest memorial in the country dedicated to a single victim of the tragedy. It was a joint design venture by local architect Hugh Turner and Gertrude Jekyll, who designed the courtyard garden. Gertrude is one of the most well-known garden designers in history and had designed over 400 gardens and had a big influence on defining the style of the English garden.
With views of the beautiful riverside and the green space in the park, today this place is a great place to commemorate our local town hero. This is Borden Bridge, a wooden bridge crossing the Wey that dates all the way back to the 18th century. Although it has been recently restored, this is very similar to the one that would have been here more than 250 years ago. Oh my god! I better be meeting Ollie! Actually, Ollie can wait. This is the old parish church, one of the oldest buildings in town, and this church is covered with the local Bargate stone.
If the street behind me looks a bit familiar, you might have seen it on the big screen. The 2006 romantic comedy The Holiday was filmed right here, outside the Star. We saw one of the main protagonists, played by Cameron Diaz, arriving here to do some last-minute Christmas shopping. I sure hope she found what she was looking for. But as you've seen today, Godalming is so much more than just a Surrey town and some windy Surrey roads. Okay guys, I better go. Ollie's been waiting.
Hope you've enjoyed our Godalming's highlight tour today. Remember to give us a like and consider subscribing if you like our content. See you in the next video.